The dry wind pushed against the barn doors, making them creak like old bones. Clay Maddox swung down from his horse, boots crunching over the hard dirt, and pushed his way inside. The place smelled of dust, sweat, and summiting alder, like earth that hadn't been turned in years. His lantern light fell across broken barrels, towels left to rust, and hay scattered in heaps. In the middle of it all stood a woman. Her dress was worn thin, the hem torn, her hair tangled from too many nights without sleep. As she looked up at him as though she'd been waiting, her eyes wide and rimmed red. "You shouldn't be here," S.H. whispered. Clay adjusted his hat and stepped closer, his spurs clicking. "Mom, this is my land now," bolted Faye. Her gaze darted toward the corner. There, under a shaft of dying sunlight, sat an old table. Its surface was hidden beneath a heavy black cloth, thick with dust. S.H. flinched at the sight of it, then hurried to Clay's side, gripping his arm with surprising strength. "Please," S.H. begged, her voice cracking. "Don't lift the cloth, don't even touch it." Clay narrowed his eyes, suspicion rising. What is under it?" Her breath trembled as S.H. shook her head. "Not what, rancher, who?" The lantern flame flickered, and for a heartbeat Clay tugged his as the cloth rippled, to no breeze passed through the barn. The night pressed hard against the barn walls, the kind of black silence that made every creak and whisper sound like it come from something alive. Clay sat hunched near the fire pit, his rifle leaning close at hand, but it wasn't bandits or wolves that kept his jaw tight. It was that damned table in the corner, sitting there like it had been waiting for him all along. The black cloth draped over it seemed heavier than it had any right to be, and no breeze slipped through the cracks in the wood. Clay saw his head shift, just slightly, as to something beneath it stirred. Mara appeared from the shadows, her face pale in the glow of the lantern. "You're thinking on it," S.H. said, her voice soft but sharp as a blade. "Don't." Clay dragged his thumb across his jaw, the leather of his chair grinding as he stood. "If broken wild mustangs and fought men who tried to get them. I don't scare easy, miss. Whatever's under the truck, you'll see it." Her hands trembled as S.H. stepped into his path. "It ain't about fear, it is about survival. The men before you, they all looked. And they're gone, every last one, dead or worse." The fire puppet, sending sparks into the air. Clay's shadow loomed across the wall, tall and stubborn. He brushed past her, boots studying on the warped floorboards. S.H. caught his sleeve, pulling with desperate strength. "Please, Clay, for God's sake." He wrenched free, the weight of defiance in every movement. His hand gripped the edge of the black cloth, rough fingers curling into it. The fabric felt colder than it should, like dipping his hand into water drawn from a well at midnight. Behind him, Mara let out a choked cry. "Don't," but Clay set his jaw, tight grinding, and in one swift motion he ripped the cloth upward. The lantern hissed and sputtered as though it too wanted to die out. For a long moment Clay just stared at the thing on the table, chest heaving, the black cloth still clutched in his fist. It wasn't treasure, wasn't gold, wasn't even some outlaw's hidden weapon. It was a mirror, it is from rough hewn from old wood, it is glass dark as a midnight pond. No dust clung to it, to the rest of the barn had been swallowed by years of neglect. It looked alive in its stillness, waiting. Clay leaned closer, expecting to see his own withered face. Instead, the reflection twisted, warped. A pale figure stared back at him, skin sleek and gray, lips bluish, eyes sunken like holes punched into a carcass. Around its neck coiled a thick rope, fried and stained. The dead man's boots dangled, not standing on barn floor but swaying, as though he hung from some invisible gallows. Clay's throat closed, his fingers went numb, the cloth slipping from his grip. His breath rattled loud in his own ears. "What in God's name?" The reflection's lips curled open in a silent gasp, the nose creaking in the glass. The carcass tilted its head to the side, eyes locked with his. Clay stumbled back, heart hammering, but the figure in the mirror followed his movement perfectly. It was him, Not just some phantom, but himself, dead and broken. Behind him, Maras sobs broke the silence. Now you see, S.H.U. whispered, her voice shredded by despair. Every man who takes this land is shown his end. Some tried to run, some tried to fight it, but the noose finds them, always. Above, a low groan stirred in the rafters. Clay turned, and his stomach dropped. Thor, swinging gently, was a length of rope tied into a perfect hangman's knot, sewing to no wind touched it. The lantern light flickered once more, and the mirror's glass rippled, as though eager to pull him in. Clay's skin went clammy, his eyes wide as if already staring into the grave. And in that suffocating darkness of the barn, the sound of rope tightening seemed to echo long before a noon